Hey guys, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan, and I challenge you to Mortal Kombat! In commemoration of the upcoming reboot, Mortal Kombat, I'm taking a look back on the franchise that came before it. Already put my review out for the first movie. Let's take a look at the sequel. Funny enough, when I was growing up, it was Annihilation that I remember best and would watch obsessively. I'm pretty sure I didn't see the original film in its entirety until much later. No, not as an adult, not even as a teenager, I think. But yeah, this was the movie I knew best out of the two back then. Nowadays, I adore both films for wildly different reasons. I genuinely like the first one. I ironically like this one. Let's get into it and lovingly cringe together. This is my honest opinion of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. After Shang Tsung's defeat at the hands of the heroic Earthrealm defenders, the victory is short-lived. Emperor Shao Kahn of Outworld, played by Brian Thompson, has invaded Earth and in 6 days plans to force the two realms to merge, which will effectively destroy Earth. After killing Johnny Cage, played by Chris Conrad, the Earthrealm defenders are forced to retreat and the Thunder God, Lord Raiden, played by James Remar, tells the survivors that they must grow stronger in order to defeat Shao Kahn and save Earthrealm.
In 6 days, you will all bow to me! It has begun!
I'm conflicted, and probably spoke a little too soon. My earlier sentiment was that I love this movie for the bad writing, the weird acting, the terrible special effects. Basically, I love this movie in a so bad it's good kind of way. But now that I've sat down to actually watch it in its entirety after I don't know how many years, I think I have a different opinion. I don't think I ironically like this movie anymore. If anything, I think it's just kind of boring. Let's get the positives out of the way. At first, the hammy acting actually is quite enjoyable.
Mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die.
Especially from Brian Thompson. The dude seriously yucks it up, cackles like a Scooby-Doo villain. It's hilarious to see how much fun he's having chewing up the scenery. Actually, come to think of it, I think it's the villains that save this movie. They're the only ones who look like the actors are having fun doing what they're doing. And if I can play devil's advocate here, I might even go so far as to say that this movie might have made some improvements over its predecessor. Number one, Shiva looks better than Goro. I know, in-game, Goro is supposed to be a mountain of a beast, which the first movie got down. Problem is, you can tell he's an animatronic. Honestly, pound to a penny, I'll still prefer that over the CG Goro that's going to be in the reboot, but we'll see. Point is, even though Shiva isn't a mountain of a beast like Goro was, that actress is really there and the arms look pretty good. Which makes me wonder why the first film didn't just get a tall buff dude to play Goro and get another pair of arms on him. C'est la vie, I guess.
The date's over.
2, we actually get a Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight. The first movie made them allies. Really? Okay, for pacing purposes in a movie all about fan service, I can hardly blame the filmmakers for tweaking their respective backstories, but Scorpion and Sub-Zero are mortal enemies. Their rivalry in the games is iconic. Annihilation technically gives us that fight. Look, I know it makes no sense, as Scorpion died in the first movie, but we technically get it.
Get over here!
Raiden actually has some fight scenes. I mean, he gets his ass handed to him by Shao Kahn, and his fight against the three raptors is lame as fuck. Not to mention, you can clearly tell that's a stunt double doing all the flips and kicks and shit. Like, seriously, this movie doesn't even try to hide that. But again, we get it.
As long as I have the power, Khan, you will never rule this world.
And finally, this is the earliest work from some modern legends. For example, Tony Jaa. He was Robin Shu's stunt double for this movie. Enough said about that man, but also Ray Park. He was one of the Tarkatans when Liu Kang is trying to save Katana. In just 2 years' time, the man would go on to portray his most iconic role and probably one of the greatest aspects of the prequel Star Wars trilogy, Darth Maul. A role that he is still playing today. You will never convince me that this isn't cool and isn't worth appreciating. I can also give credit. I think the actors are pretty good. At the very least, they are trying their damnedest to make this terrible script work. Especially Lin-Red Williams as Jax. He practically stole the show for me. As far as the heroic characters are concerned, he was the most charismatic. But therein lying the problem. The great misfire of this movie. You don't get the sense that the actors are enjoying themselves. The villains, yes, but not so much the heroes. Every time the perspective goes back to them, the movie suddenly becomes self-serious. Liu Kang becomes this whiny putz and does not shut up about Katana. Sonya, kind of the same deal, bit whiny. Raiden, where's that charm from the first movie? I know, James Remar is not Christopher Lambert, but it was all in the writing. And the writing just fails Remar here. Katana, she's relegated to being the damsel in distress and didn't get to use the goddamn steel fans that were so damn cool in this movie. Make no mistake, I commend actors like Irina Penteva, who played Jade, for being so passionate about playing the Green Lady Ninja. According to her, apparently, she had a blast being in this movie, and I find that rather endearing. It's a rare one, as many of the original actors refused to work on this project, primarily Lyndon Ashby and Christopher Lambert. I think Bridget Wilson-Sampras just had a scheduling conflict, but Robin Shu really didn't like working on this movie. I can only imagine how many others share his sentiments.
She's alive?
For now, yes. For how long, I cannot say.
And of course, the plot makes no sense. The movie keeps alluding to a legend. We never learn what that is. The portal between Outworld and Earthrealm is somehow tied to Sindel being alive. Why? I don't know. And somehow Kitana and reuniting the two women will somehow break that portal and make it go away or some shit. Why? I don't know. And also, how is that reunion in the beginning of the movie where they're all like, "Mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die." Why didn't that count as a reunion? Like, they reunited? Is it a proximity thing? It's not explained. Why did the Elder Gods allow their rules to be broken? Because they don't control the destiny of man? Mind elaborating on what that has to do with the rules being broken? Why did the Elder Gods lie to Raiden about Kitana being the key to closing the portal? They never answer for that shit. Literally, nothing about this makes sense.
Yo, forget your gods and immortals and all that junk.
It's really bad, and its entertainment value is only worth its weight when the villains are on screen. Otherwise, it's kind of annoying. Except for Jax. He was fun. But because the movie carries itself in such a bleak way, it's kind of hard to enjoy it on a bad but fun level. Personally, I'd rather just stick to the first movie. My honest rating for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, a week 3 out of 5.
This will never happen again.
It will never happen again.
It is true, this will never happen again.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Please wear a mask if you go out. Get vaccinated for family, friends, and community. Hope to see you soon.